Hey everybody, this is Dean DaCosta, the Search Authority. We're talking a tool called ScreenPrint. Now, ScreenPrint's a really cool tool. It's brought to you by the same person that brought you the Source 500, and it allows you to do things. Now, with Source 500, it found personal information. With this particular tool, you're looking at you're looking at only work emails, but that's okay because work emails are good too. So let me get signed. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to get signed into LinkedIn real quick because you got you. Now, the key here is you're not signing into LinkedIn in a normal browser. What you're doing is you're signing into LinkedIn. You're signing into LinkedIn via a via their browser. So that's number one you need to understand. So that means your vulnerability to anything LinkedIn does is significantly different. In fact, I have looked at it, and LinkedIn doesn't trace this stuff. They don't know what the heck's going on here, which is really, 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 really cool. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and we're going to have a new file. So we need to name it. So I'm going to put test, and we're going to go ahead and name this thing. Now the first thing is where am I going to put this thing? Now I don't like to keep a lot on my desktop. I just don't. So we're going to put it there, and I'm going to give it a name, and we're going to call it test SP screen print and do that. Now, the company name I'm going to pick on is Boeing. Company type, don't care about that, but do care about the email domain. And for this case, the email name we're going to say is Boeing.com, which is what it is, by the way. The next thing I'm going to do is go up here to the options menu and go to where it says email options. And I'm going to pick what the naming convention is. Now, to find out the naming convention for any company, there are a plethora of ways you can do it. One, just look for it. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at a place called company.com, and that's where you can go ahead and figure out what the naming conventions are for literally anybody. And that's just one. There are a boatload of them. I'm just going to go ahead and try to find the email domain for and actually, I've decided I'm not going to use company.com, and the reason I'm not going to do that is because I just want to use something different. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to go ahead and go into, and you can't see all this, I'm doing it behind the scenes, Boeing.com. So here's what we got, and I'm going to go ahead and use a tool by Shane. Basically, these are bookmarklets, and I'm going to look for find emails for this domain, and I'm going to go over here, and we're going to see what emails Boeing has, and try to figure out the naming convention myself, just because I can. So I'm going to now use Email Extractor, open up here, and look for Boeing emails and get an idea of a real person's Boeing. Okay, so we got first name dot last name with some middles. It seems to be very prevalent. It's a first name dot last name in some cases middle initials, but it's all first name dot last name. Great, we know that. So now what we do is we come over here. We said use full name, use full stop, and this is an example. So it's basically first name, last name, which is what we want. So apply, updating configuration. We're good. Just get out of it. And what you do now is decide where we're going to search. Doesn't really matter. We can search anywhere we want. So we're going to go to, we'll go here. And this is going to open up, in this case, LinkedIn Recruiter. It doesn't matter. You can go Recruiter Lite, LinkedIn Recruiter Free. It doesn't matter. And we're going to go ahead and search. And what we're going to do is we're going to look for the word developer. Now notice I don't have any, it doesn't say Boeing or anything like that yet. And don't worry about this. If this happens, just push no. It doesn't matter. And once we do that, now we'll pick our company. We're going to go over here and we're going to pick Boeing because we have to target Boeing. So there's Boeing. And now what would happen now is I would now push the button to start and it'll start grabbing people and give me the information I need with work emails. I'm sorry, forgot about that. I just shut it off my bag. So long story short, that's the way it would work. It would just go ahead and let me go ahead and find the people. I'm still signed in, which is good. I'm going to go back. This time I'm going to do Recruiter Lite, even though I'm not sure I have a Recruiter Lite account. I hardly ever do Recruiter Lite. So long story short, now I'm in Free Recruiter. I'm going to type in the word Boeing and developer, and I'm sorry that happened. See, that's why I like doing this live, so people can tell, hey, you know what, Dean? You make mistakes. Yes, I make plenty of them. And here we go. So these are all Boeing people. And what I would do is just put start right here. We've already got it up. We got to specify another file again. Keep forgetting once you get out. That's something you're always going to have to do when you start over again. So let's do that. Let's do that. Oops. Let's do that. We're still going to call it test SP just because I can. We are going to name the company just so I remember what company I'm dealing with. We're going to come all the way down here, add in the domain, which is that. This option up here, again, with the email should be fine because that's the default. So that's fine, no big deal there. And then what I would do is I would just push start. And if I push start, wrong file format, can't find vcard. Oh, my bag. It just worked, actually. Um, so basically, what that means is that I have to be in recruit. I'm not in the right recruiter area, so I'm going to move into the right recruiter area. See, we get to learn as we keep going on this tool. So let's see what happens. We're going to get in here and do the same search again. Boeing developer, and I'm just picking on developer because it's simple and easy for me. It's the reason why I'm doing it. Don't worry about the runtime error. That's Moxnix. Okay, they're all Boeing, good to go. And at that point, you would just put start and you'd run it. Start, and it's doing its thing right now. See how it's moving and it's doing such and everything like that, and it's already on page 26 of 50 and all that good stuff. View search insights. We can view search insights about what's going on here and everything. This is the search insights. See, it's on page 2. Now, I'm going to actually stop it because I don't want to keep going because, frankly, I just don't want to. And I just exited out because it's the easiest thing to do. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and we're going to look at our test HP. And this is an example because I stopped it, you didn't get the data. And well, because I kicked out, I should have stopped it, not just gotten out. But this is an example of what you're getting: first name, last name, job title, demographic, email, company, company type, sector, skill set. That's what you're going to get out of there, and usually the LinkedIn URL. That's it, and that's the kind of information you'll get, which is awesome because that's all you need. So what we're going to do again, this is going to be a long video, because I'm going to go in here one more time, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to run it, but I have to get a small group because I don't want to waste a lot of people's time. I don't want to be on here forever. So let's do test SP again. Oops, didn't say. Test SP again. We're going to go ahead and put Boeing here, and that's just like I said, so I can remember. We already know what the naming convention is, and it's already a default, so we don't need to worry about that. We do have to get into the recruit area, so let's go there real quick. Um, like I said, this is all being done in a way where nobody has any clue what you're doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead as soon as it's done loading, and we're going to go ahead and put in developer and just run that. And then once we get down here, we're going to do a whole bunch. Don't worry about the runtime error. It really doesn't mean anything. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff to make sure we get what we want. So we're going to come down here. We're going to add in Boeing. Oh, spelled it wrong. My bad. Boeing and push Boeing. And we're not going to do current or past. We're only going to do current. And then we're going to put in a title, and I'm going to pick something a little more unique and hope that maybe I don't get as many people. Hadoop developer. Let's see how many they got. 13. That's actually pretty good. SQL knocks me down to 8. I like that. So let's do this. Only 8 people. And we push start. And it's going to grab just these 8 people. Let it do its thing. Everything seems to be working right. Should be pretty much done at this point. So what we're going to do is go ahead and go in. I'm going to leave it open for right now, just to leave it open, and go in here and see if there's any info in here. And as you can see, boom, 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 boom. Everybody's there, including email addresses. Boeing, Boeing, Boeing. Everything's there. Perfect. It worked. We're good to go. We got everything we need. Now, it didn't get the LinkedIn URLs, but that's because we're in Recruiter, so it wouldn't matter. But we got everything else. You got the emails. What else do you need? It worked. Quick, simple, easy. The only thing I might have added when I did the company email here is I probably would have put the @ symbol just to make sure it ran 100% correct, even though it ran pretty good. There was a one or two errors in there like that. That looked like, there's no dot in there, and I think that's because his name isn't put in the way that's his Java lingo, whatever the heck it is. This one, and then there's a few that didn't come in. But you got to remember what it's doing is it's not only getting emails, but it's validating emails. So the ones that don't have emails weren't validated. The ones that did have emails were validated. It's not foolproof, but it's pretty dang good, especially when you're targeting the company and trying to get a lot done. And here's the best part, guys. It's free, 100% free. And if you can't find it, don't know where to find it, email me. I'm easy to find, and I can get you the link along with directions. Good to go. Long story short, my name's Dean DaCosta. That was Screen Print. I'm the Search Authority. May the source be with you.